Liberia's alternative. There you. The most vibrant talent in our country. There you. Manta. There you. Liberian people's hope. There you. Manta. Members of the Fourth Estate, the Liberian people, we want to welcome you to the last edition of the State of the Youth Report for the year 2025. Spearheaded, organized by the Indomitable National Youth Congress of the Alternative National Congress. We want to say to you, the State of the Youth Report that we have repeatedly stated is not just a means through which we exercise our intellectual sophistication, but it is particularly meant as a clarion message to Joseph Walker and Jeremiah Bankong. Before we proceed with today's press conference, it is important that we recognize the invited media institutions that are here by stating their names. So we see Front Page Africa, we see the Stone TV network, we see Fabric Radio, we see the Online Parrot, we see DN News, we see OKFM. We do see here in our midst the Liberian Post. We'd like to say to you, members of the Fourth Estate, that we are gratified over the scope of the year. You have been able to continuously commit yourself to our press conferences. We also like to recognize the Vice Chair for Inter-Party Affairs from the Congress of the Democratic Change of its Youth League, Senior Brother Albert Davis. Also want to recognize Christopher D. Kenneth, the National Vice Chairman for Human Resource Development of the Youth League of the Congress for Democratic Change. It is important that we signify unabatedly and unwaveringly that the Liberian people living conditions remain in paralysis. It is important that we, members of the Alternative National Congress and members of the opposition community in Liberia, continuously call on central government regarding their ill administrative practices. We want to say to you, members of the Fourth Estate, it is particularly important that you use this wavelength to ask the necessary questions that you think is pivotal for this press conference. Because all of these questions that are to be asked will be responded to decisively. We want to say to you, fellow Liberians, members of the Fourth Estate, that it is hard time moving to 2026. You see the Alternative National Congress as the most vibrant lane to steer the affairs of our country comes 2029. We want to re-emphasize the Alternative National Congress, the ANC, should be seen as we gravitate towards 2026, that it is the most responsible, reputable political institution to lead Liberia comes 2029. So, this is the last edition, like I initially intimated, of the State of the Youth report. We highlight critical national issues in our border politics. We send clarion call message to the national government that civil servants in our country remain underpaid, that during this festive season, civil servants did not take home their respective salaries. We want to say that the State of the Youth report is meant particularly to say to you, the Liberian people, that the rescue mission is not a rescue mission, but it is an excuse mission and a propagandistic mission. Now, we want to say to you, you have been misled by Joseph Newman Bokai and Jeremiah Manku. And it is high time that we say they have been misleading you.
Yo! Rescue, yo!
So without much ado, I'd like to bring forth, or call forth, one may say, Leader Albert Davis, as well as Leader Kenneth, to make few succinct remarks as our guests on this particular platform today, each of whom will speak succinctly as per their visit at our press conference today.
Zayo, the ANC Believing Opposition Unit, Zayo. Amanda. Nobody wants to see us together. Nobody wants to see us Manda. Thank you, comrades. As the moderator emphasized, on the succinct nature of our appearance here on this very unique platform. It's important that that is respected. I bring you greetings from the, as a matter of fact, I will speak on behalf of the two of us because we come from one unit. That's the Revolutionary National Youth League of the Indomitable Mighty Congress of Democratic Change. And I bring you greetings from the full bench of the National Executive Committee led by the erudite Emmanuel Moba Johnson, our National Youth Chairman, who is on an international duty, is currently not in country, and the rest of the folks that are here, that are in country, but cannot make it here today due to other very serious engagements. We appreciate the invitation extended to us by the Indomitable Youth Congress of the Alternative National Congress.
Sir.
We are proud of the work we've been doing over the last couple of months since the ascendancy of Chairman Aliyu Kiadi. He's a brother, along with long-standing history. We've been following his workings since the ascendancy as Chairman of the ANC Youth Congress. We are proud. We are doing a great job. And we are very much happy for his decision or his draft to bring about opposition unity amongst youth, the various youth congress of different political parties. So we didn't take this invitation and stand out lightly. That's the reason we are here representing our institution. Worker promised jobs for the young people. We promised to bring an end to corruption. We promised to, in a word, instill rule of law, because rule of law diminished from the political and the democratic space of our country. All of those promises were all sure, and corruption is on the increase. Not a single job has been created since the inception of this government. So it is important that we, as the faces of the young people, the official mouthpiece of the young people, to speak on their behalf and raise these critical national issues as we move towards 2026. So we will be partnering with the Alternative National Congress. We have a lot of doing work along with the leadership of the Alternative National Congress, so as we can champion the agenda of the young people of our country. The young people, worker promised to deliver the young people from abject poverty. They need to be delivered.
Yo, but I want that president. Yo.
So the issue is about jobs. Job creation is the fundamental thing affecting the young people. We gotta get away by the cosmetic rule, putting mud and mud together and planting few light poles and say you are developing. No, the young people need jobs. That is the core of the debate, and we are well positioned to champion that. So working alongside the ANC National Congress is our fundamental responsibility as a youth congress of the CDC, one of the major opposition political parties. So we can assure you, Chairman Kelly and the rest of the team, that the CDC Youth League will work along with you in ensuring that the young people agenda is championed to the core. I want to say thank you for the opportunity to speak at this very unique occasion. That is the year-end report on the affairs of the young people of this country. We are proud of the work you do. Like I said in my intro, we are happy with what you are doing, and we will support you at any given point in time. And we look forward to working cordially in 2026 as we champion the agenda of the young people. Thank you very much.
So we want to say it is also cardinal that we re-emphasize that the leadership under Aliyu Kiadi as chairperson of the Indomitable National Youth Congress, of the Alternative National Congress, is making significant strides, which is why opposition unity is one of the driving forces, and it is a very pivotal pillar in these times. So, Chairman Kaidi, his Secretary General Obadiah Sondegar, and his Vice Chair of Administration Lawrence Spencer have the leadership wherewithal to ensure that the aspirations of the young people, not just of the Alternative National Congress, but by extension the entire republic, is being debated, argued upon to ensure that they disclose the neglect of the young people under the leadership of Joseph Newman Walker and Jeremiah Banton. So with that, we like to say it is high time we welcome our leader to this sacred platform to give the last state of the youth report for the year 2025. Chairman Ali Kaidi, before you mount this podium, we also like to say to Joseph Newman Walker and Jeremiah Banton, we have received information that the State of the Youth report has been a nightmare to your leadership. And we want to re-emphasize that it will continuously remain a nightmare. We are not just doing it for ourselves, but we are doing it for the Liberian people, so that all of those things that your administration is undertaking behind the curtains will be unveiled. Chairman Ali Kaidi, the podium. Thank you, comrades. Thank you. We want to recognize and appreciate the presence of Comrade Dyson Albert Davis of the CDC Youth League. We also want to recognize our comrade Christopher Kane from the CDC Youth League. You have our revolutionary comrades. Thank you. You have a seat. We also want to recognize the National Treasurer of the Alternative National Congress here present, Mr. Kaifa Kone. You are to recognize. We also want to recognize the presence of Comrade Adilo Lawrence Spencer
is the Vice Chair for Administration for the Indomitable National Youth Congress.
Sir.
We also want to recognize Comrade Obadiah Soniga, is the Secretary General, the man who crosses the T's and dots the I's. We also want to recognize our spokesperson who's been here, Isaac George, who's been doing a very remarkable job. We want to recognize Brother Remy Yomi, is the Vice Chair on Recruitment and Mobilization. Our Militant Chair, Militant Bureau, Committee, Abenigo, you guys are wonderful. The Congress revert your services here. Common Media. This is the State of the Youth Report. And today marks the drawdown of 2025. Press release, Indomitable National Youth Congress.
Sir.
The Indomitable National Youth Congress expresses deep appreciation to Mr. Alexander Benedict Cummings and the National Executive Committee of the Alternative National Congress for their commitment to youth empowerment and inclusive leadership. We commend the decision to appoint Chairman Aliyu Kiadi as chairperson of the ABC Children Christmas Celebration Committee, describing it as a strong affirmation of trusting in youth leadership. The Christmas celebration was a resounding success, embodying the value of unity, compassion, and service while bringing joy to children and reaffirming the importance of investing in Liberia's future. Meanwhile, the political leader of the Alternative National Congress, Mr. Alexander Benedict Cummings, has departed Liberia on a series of strategic travel aimed at deepening cooperation and advancing Liberia's interests on the continental and global stage. Mr. Cummings' engagement will include high-level meetings with regional and global investors, development partners, and civil society organizations. The purpose of these meetings is to strengthen ties, explore opportunities for economic collaboration and investment, share his vision for peace, accountability, and inclusive governance, advocate for youth empowerment and regional solidarity in addressing shared challenges. Brothers and sisters, December has stripped the marks from the Liberian state. What we see is not leadership, but corruption and shadow ruling in the dark. When President Joseph Yuma Boaka admitted on ERBC that he had no knowledge of the 10 million Vida project in Fuya, the nation grasps. How can the head of state be blind to a project of such magnitude? Even more troubling is the silence of the legislature. They were elected to safeguard the people's interest. Yet they said meanwhile project bypassed their approval. A president who parades himself on transparency and accountability should not be selective in his application. The FOIA project has been clouded by speculation, largely due to circumstances surrounding its construction. Citizens have witnessed the president commission police boots, inaugurated a water plant in Bapolu County, switched on RRIA streetlights, and dedicated 2 newly renovated military barracks, Camp Gun in Sani Kweli Lima County and Camp Jones in Kakata Mangibi County. When the Ministry of Information announced the arrival of buses,
Forward. Opposition leader, say forward. Yo, with his feet, the junta in Paka say yo.
When the Ministry of Information announced the arrival of buses, the president himself was riding one. Later parading the streets of Moravia to validate the pronouncement. More recently, he dedicated a cafeteria at Lofa County University at the national headquarters of the National Oil Company of Liberia, Nuka.
Down. Cripple all buses down.
Given this record of public dedication, how can a president known for breaking ground on even the smallest project suddenly seek to pursue the construction of the facility described as a hub for peace in the sub-region? The president appeared out of touch during the interview on ELBC. He admitted the project started without me knowing. Probably they knew I would have rejected it. This raises critical questions, Mr. President. Who initiated the project without the president's consent? Is the president suggesting that Sierra Leone, Guinea, and Ivory Coast decided to construct a peace hub in Foya without his knowledge? Such a claim defies logic and undermines the very notion of sovereignty. Why was there no representation from any member state during the groundbreaking ceremony, Mr. President? If the president truly knew nothing, under whose authority were EPS security personnel deployed to guard the site? Why was no member state
Mala! Down, rescue mission down. Down, rescue mission down. Forward, ANC forward. Forward, CDC forward. Forward, CMC forward.
Why has no member state visited the site since its inception? Who is the contractor? And what financial contributions are being made by each member state? What action did the president take when he get to know about the project? These unanswered questions expose contradictions and erode public trust. What has intended to remain secret has instead been revealed, leaving the government's narrative in disarray. Congress, in December, the legislature pushed through a $1.211 billion national budget, while its own leadership was paralyzed by internal disputes. This budget is not a rescue plan for the people. It is a bargaining chip for rescue elites. Teachers remain unpaid. Students are abandoned. Workers are exploited. And yet the budget speaks only to the comfort of the few. The people who are told of development, they live only on hunger, unemployment, and despair. The World Bank has warned of Liberia's resource trap and stagnation, and December proved them right. Our economy is chained to extractive industries, while diversification is endlessly promised but never delivered. The youth, the workers, the peasants, those who carry the nations on their back, are excluded from the wealth they produce. The so-called arrest agenda has arrested only our future, arrested wage, arrested opportunities, and arrested our dreams.
Yo, you have to join that temple. Yo.
Down, rescue mission down. Down, rescue mission down. Forward, ANC forward. Forward, CDC forward. Forward, CMC forward. Step forward.
Liberia is not governed in the interest of its people. The Vida scandal, the budget crisis, the economic stagnation, these are not incidents. They are the signs of a deeper disease, a state alienated from its citizens. In Liberia, the rescue government rule without accountability and without shame. Fellow Liberians, you have been deceived. You have been misinformed. You have been led astray. The government of Joseph Yuma Boaka and Jeremiah Kwankun strive on propaganda instead of truth, on illusion instead of reality. Why are you enduring honor? What you are enduring under the so-called rescue mission is not the life you deserve. It is humiliation, it is degradation, and the evidence is plain for all to see. They boast that rice prices are low, that gasoline prices are low, but what they hide from you is the contradiction behind the curtain. Modest reduction in the price of rice are welcome, but they do not erase the deeper crisis. Wages and income remain stagnant. Families are forced to choose between food, education, rent, and healthcare. Our purchasing power remains weak, and the daily struggle of ordinary Liberians tells the real story. Ask yourself, what has been the true impact of the so-called reduction in the U.S. exchange rate? Transport fares remain unchanged. $150 LD from Old Road to Broad Street, $200 LD from ERW Junction to Broad Street. What is the benefit of cheapest? What is the benefit of low exchange rate when sardine now costs $200 LD? A commodity that was once sold for $150, while palm oil tin now costs $6,500 Liberian. These contradictions are intolerable. Report confirmed that the rescue agenda, poverty deepens, unemployment remains rampant, jobs are not being created, our brothers and sisters are dropping out of schools. It's just a stable economy they proclaim. When people are jobless, when education is denied, when young women are forced into subservience, this is not stability. This is collapse. This is an economy sinking under the mismanagement and deception of the field rescue regime. Fellow Liberians, the truth must be told. The rescue mission has failed. The propaganda cannot hide the hunger in our homes, the despair in our schools, and the frustration in our streets. Sure. We must rise, we must resist, and we must demand an economy that serves the people, not the lives of the rescue elites. Fellow Liberians, members of the rescue mission are living at your expense. They drive the funniest cars, while many of you go to bed hungry. Their children attend elite schools, while your children study in dilapidated classrooms. Your taxes line their bank accounts, fill their pockets, and pay their purses. This is unacceptable. Liberia should be a nation where exemplary leadership prevails, where economic equity is not a slogan but live reality. This country must never be a breeding ground for thieves, patronage, or economic torture. Congress, Liberia stands at a troubling crossroad. Our youth, most of our population, were promised empowerment, jobs, and skills development. Those promises remain largely on paper. Unemployment persists. Young people are excluded from meaningful decision making instead of deliberate national youth agenda. We see political recycling and patronage. The same faces rotate through position while young Liberians remain idle and disillusioned. A nation that fails to invest in its youth is not rescuing its future, it is postponing it. The rescue mission rhetoric of relief rings hollow against the daily reality of hardship. Those who campaign for change through sun, being mud, and hardship have been abandoned. The rescue mission has failed to prioritize youth, education, affordable living, and human dignity. It's not a rescue mission at all. It is a power grabs and wrapped in slogan.
Down. Rebels regime down. Down. Lawless regime down. Forward. ANC forward.
We call on all Liberians to demand accountability, transparency, and a genuine national agenda that restore hope and opportunity. We call on the leadership to redirect resources to jobs, to schools, and to the basic needs of Liberian people.
Mala!
Over 65% of Liberia's population is under 35. Yet, more than 70% of young people are unemployed or underemployed. Each year, over 20,000 graduates enter an economy with no jobs waiting for them. 2 years into this administration, youth unemployment has worsened rather than improved. This is not coincidence. This is a policy failure. The Bwaka government campaign on rescue agenda, but what has been rescued for the youth? No national youth employment program at scale. No serious industrial or manufacturing drive to create sustainable jobs. No youth entrepreneurship funding deployed at meaningful levels. No transparent recruitment system to ensure fair access to public jobs. No urgency. Only excuses why young people hustle in ghettos, on street corners, and on motorbikes. Ministries are filled with the old and connected, while young people and qualified Liberians are locked out.
Yo, rescue, yo.
A government that abandons its youth is planting the seed of instability. Let the record be clear. Youth unemployment today is the direct responsibility of the Joseph Duma Bwaka government. I want to repeat. Let the record be clear. Youth today is the direct responsibility of the Bwaka government. Hopelessness is government produced. Poverty is policy made. Liberian youth are not lazy. They are being deliberately neglected. This is not a plea for sympathy. It is a demand for accountability. Until youth employment is placed at the center of national action, history will remember this administration as one that stole the future of a generation. We call on the government to act now, create jobs, fund youth entrepreneurship, open transparent recruitment, and invest in industry that employ our people. Anything less is betrayal of Liberia's future. Aluta continua.
Yo, 2026, get ready for us. Yo. Opposition unity, yo. 2027, we'll put a government pick of fire, yo. ANC, yo.
So we want to recognize the media institutions, and we like to say it is important that you ask the important questions. Those questions